APIs. REST API Fusion. So this is HCM. See here, these are all your HCM related REST API for Oracle Fusion Cloud HCM, especially for human capital management. There is no web services. All the web services, whichever is there, are deprecated. Now Oracle is recommending, please use HCM for all human capital management requirements. There is no web service for HCM application. Okay. Now these are all your business entities. If you go for here, employees or worker. So as we have seen, right, worker contain a number of entities. The same here. You may see all here. If you see the workers, create a worker, get all, update worker, and followed by worker related child attributes. See here. Address, citizenship, disabilities, driver license, emails, ethnic, cities, passport, phones, work relationships. Work relationship contain again assignments. Assignment contain again assignment manager. The way it will be drilled down. Okay. Now, if you look at workers, so I want to get all the workers. This is my REST endpoint. Copy the same. And this is my domain. And provide the authentication. And send a request. So we are here. We are trying to get all the workers. It's a 200. Okay. Success call. And the count, if you did the last 25 records, still we have more records. Okay. Now look at this. So we have 25 records, right? See here, items, 1, 2, 3, 4, the array of records we have. When expand the one, this is your person ID and so on, so information. Indirectly, this is your high level information from for all people F, followed by the relationship links. Here, see the links. This is self and the canonical, followed by all the childs you have. If you want to see this person address, citizenship, disabilities, driver license, all if you want, enable whichever you want, you can see. Now, I want to see person address, okay? Expand, get a worker address. See here. Up to this same, you need workers unique ID, child addresses and address unique ID in order to see a specific person address ID. Okay. Now here, Oracle is saying unique ID, workers unique ID, address unique ID. Then how will you find? So if you look at the response here, this is a person ID. Indirectly, if you remember yesterday, when you refer JA batch ID, you may refer the batch ID right here. But whereas human capital management application, it won't refer IDs directly. If you want to refer that specific record, it won't refer IDs directly. It will refer the encoded ID. How will you find the encoded ID? For the REST API, the relationship itself, you may navigate to H reference hyperlink. Here you may have after the REST API, there is a encoded ID would be available. This is my encoded ID. This is indirectly person ID of this person. Okay. Now navigate the same and add person ID. See here, this is my person ID and send a request. This is my specific request regards to the one person. Now I want to refer the address. See these addresses, child addresses and the names for address. Just click on this. So here, see the same unique ID, child addresses. Now authentication, the basic authentication and send a request. There is no address available. If address available, you may see. Okay. If the address available in the self, you may see child address followed by, again, this address related ID you may see. That address ID contain actual ID, not the address ID. Hope it's clear, team. This is an important one. The referring of the IDs. It's a not straightforward IDs. You won't refer always. Always you need to refer that specific namespace, entity, and navigate to links self. And here you may find the respective ID. This ID would be as a person ID across all the entities of that person. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is about yours HCM. Okay, the way you may find work on same, create, post, and get and patch. Okay, you will get a response. Now today onwards we'll see the OS application. So before that, first we'll try to configure whichever such is shared. Okay, we'll try to so this is information. This is cloud.oracle.com. So whoever wants to create the account, just follow these steps so that first, when you create an Oracle account, you will get a tenancy name like this, and you will get a username and the password. I have shared one of the YouTube video, right? How to register. When you successfully done the registration, you will get this information. Okay. This is Sachin Patil. Now cloud.oracle.com. Enter the cloud account name here, the tenancy. This is Sachin Patil. Click on the next. And username. Now we are entered into Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, not to the integrations, not to the OIC application. We are entered into Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. It's contain everything related to your Fusion application, or it could be middleware. It could be database, it could be integrations, it could be APIs, everything administration related activities you may find here. From OCI, you may register your voice application and the database application. Okay. Now here search with integrations. This is integration application integration, and create a OIS application here and choose a compartment and create the instance. This is dev something. This is Gen 2. Always select generation 2 and enterprise so on. So it's a default. Click on the create. It will take a while in order to create the application.
So Vijay, tendency is just Oracle account, is it? Normal Oracle account.
Tenancy name, whichever you have created, right? You will get the Oracle will generate this tenancy name against your user.
Okay, sorry. Yesterday I logged out a little early, so you covered yesterday.
No, I did not cover this today. Only I'm covering, just creating the OIC account. Okay.
So I have to use this Sachin Patel only to create.
Yeah, I will share with you. Once this is done, I will share the information.
Okay.
Everyone needs to use the same application. It will work for around 25 days to 1 month for your practice purpose. So this is your username and the password. And I will ping you OIC URL. Need to configure the database as well. Just search with ATP database, autonomous transaction processing. Here, create autonomous database. Click on the same and you need to follow the same. Now, we did not remember. We'll follow when we seeing the integrations for, a DB. The moment we will create the autonomous database. Otherwise, we'll be confused. Oracle database, autonomous database, create searching compartment, display name, so on. Okay. We'll create when we are working with databases. This is integration. Still it's creating. Okay, it will create. Meanwhile, we'll go for, my own application so that we'll see the UI how it looks like. This is TLTL. Okay, so once the account is successfully activated, you may get an URL like this, and your integration looks like this. This is a home button. Okay, this is your user interface of your OIC application. So everyone knows, right, the significance of the OIC application will act as a middleware layer in order to transfer or exchange the data between source to target and target to source. Now, integration is still creating. Okay. Now, here, as I said, the OIC application comes with 3 modules, right? Integrations, a visible builder, and the process. This is 3 modules. So now the most of the module trending is integrations. Now we'll see very in detail of the integrations. Click on the integrations, and these are integration components. Integrations, connections, lookups, packages, agents, adapters, and the libraries. Just a moment, team. Okay, see here. This is the integrations. Integrations is nothing but this is a work area where you need to develop your integrations. In order to develop the integrations, you need to take a supporting components. These are called support components or support categories in order to develop the integrations. These are all components we may use within the integration development. So before going for the integration development, first you need to understand the significance of each and every these components. Okay. Now, first we'll see the adapters. What is the adapter? So the self-explanatory here, you may see the plug symbol. Plug symbol, why Oracle is maintaining is nothing but it's a plug and play. Adapter is nothing but plug and play. Click the same. Adapter is nothing but it's a predefined system. Predefined system. It could be anything. As of now, Oracle is providing 81 adapters with us. 81 predefined system with Oracle. So what are those? Adobe Sign. I want to be transferred the data from Adobe Sign to the Fusion application or Fusion application to Adobe Sign. Yes, Adobe Sign is available here. You can use straight away. I want to be transfer the data by using SAP Ariba system. Yes, it will be available. Similarly, SAP Concur, IBM DB2, Facebook. This is my FTP adapter in order to place the files. File adapter, polling the data. Google, Gmail, the way n number of systems would be available. Zira, if you want to be exchange the data to Zira. LinkedIn, the way if you go for the systems, is SAP, there are SAP systems. Similarly, you have Oracle systems. What are the Oracle system? Something data warehouse. Oracle ATP is a database, cloud database, commerce cloud system, CPQ system, CX sales, Oracle database is an on-premise R12 system, R12 database, cloud database, Oracle e-business suite, your R12 application, Oracle ERP cloud, nothing but your Fusion application. This is Fusion application HCM. Similarly, you have n number of Oracle applications are there. So in order to use these applications, in order to use this, for example, I want to be use my Oracle ERP cloud application. So what is your Oracle ERP cloud application? My ERP application is something EEBB test. I want to be transfer the data to this system, to this application, EEBB test. So what you have to do, in order to use any adapter, okay, in order to use any adapter, you need to create a connection here. So connection, click on the connection and create a connection based on your adapter. For example, I want to be work with my Fusion application of EEBB test. Okay. Now click on the create, select your target adapter. See here, select target adapter, Oracle ERP cloud. This is my Oracle ERP cloud and the select. Now enter your connection name. This is TL29 ERP SaaS test connection. This is SaaS application, which is the test, right? Now click on the create. So this is my Oracle ERP cloud adapter. This is my connection name. Now we need to provide the adapter related authentication information. So what it is requesting, what is your ERP cloud host? So this is my ERP cloud host. And your ERP cloud username and the password. This application username, the password, and try to click on the test. To validate this, if it is looks good, if there is no issue with username, the password, the test connection will be succeeded to validate this authentication information. Is it clear, team, how to use adapter? The way whenever you select any adapter, the adapter related authentication information you need to fulfill. Any doubts here? Adapter versus the connection. Is it clear, team?
Yeah, this is clear, Vijay. Only worry is how to get access to that OIC instance. That's the only.
That is, I will provide you, right?
Okay. We can also create our own instance, is it?
Now do not create. Once this is
Okay.
expired, you may create, okay?
Okay.
R12 credentials won't work, right?
No, I will let you know later how it works, okay? Now this is our instance, right? Whichever we have created, now it's activated. Click on the dev, close everything, service console. Now this is your URL. Copy. So I will share you the OIC URL. Everyone team, keep, backup with you. I have shared in the chat screen username, password, and the OIC application URL for your practice purpose. Now within the same application, we'll see everything here. Click on the connections. Click on the create. This is Oracle ERP Cloud adapter. So this is TL29. Test connection. Click on the create. This is a host. This is my host, sorry, did not copy. And enter username of and password of your Fusion application. And click on the test. It will take a while. especially for ERP cloud adapter. So mostly in the real time for your development, you may use Oracle ERP cloud adapter, FTP adapter, the SOAP adapter, REST adapter, and very sometimes you may use Oracle database adapter on-premise and Oracle e-business suite application adapter, which is to connect application of your R2L. So these are the adapters frequently you may use while development. So this is tested successfully and click on the save. So it will take a while to save the changes, especially for Oracle ERP cloud adapter. The rest of the adapter, it will take immediately to affect the changes. Yeah, this is saved successfully. Now there is a connection we have created. It's a Oracle ERP cloud adapter connection. Type is Oracle ERP cloud. And now it is pointing to our test fusion application. Okay. Similarly, we may create one more, which is FTP adapter. See here. So what is this usage of FTP adapter? To place the files to the server, to get the file from the server, to read the data and so on. So, okay. Click on the select. This is TL29 FTP. And click on the create. This is FTP related authentication information here. FTP server host address, port, and you may provide username, password, and so on. Okay. Now, what is the host address here? Just try to open ours. So already we have seen, right? Drive HQ, use the same here. Port number is 21. And username. Try to test it. This is connected successfully. Click on the save. This is saved. So we have, as of now, we have created two connections by using adapters Oracle ERP Cloud, which is FTP adapter. And now click on the create. And so the SOAP adapter is nothing but if you want to be connect any web service, if you want to be connect any web service, it could be Fusion application web service, or it could be any third-party application web service. If you want to be connect any web service, use the SOAP adapter. Click on the select and something TL29. This is report connection. Report connection. Something I want to be used external report web service. So this is my external report web service, right? Where is that? Yes. This is my WSDL external report web service. Copy the WSDL. Click on the create WSDL URL. And you may provide username, the password. The same tech user. This is my user and password. Validate and test. So I have created one report connection as well. The way you may use the REST adapter as well. If you want to create a connection followed by the REST, you have the REST adapter here. See here the REST if you want to be connect REST connections. Okay, this is about adapters, how to use within the connection. Now we'll use this connection within the integrations in order to fulfill our requirement. If when you want to be connect any adapter, if you want to be connect any adapter, If the adapter is not in the cloud, as of now, whichever we have connected the adapters, FTP, test, sorry, FTP, REST, SOAP, Oracle ERP Cloud, and yeah, whichever is there. If it is not in cloud, if it is on-premise adapter, for example, if you see Oracle, everything you may see the cloud symbols here, nothing but it's representing, these are the cloud adapters, these are. If it is an on-premise, see here, this on-premise adapter is not in a cloud. This is also not in your cloud. It's on-premise adapter. Your RTL application is on-premise, right? The way, if you want to be connect any on-premise related application adapter connections, if you want to be connect any on-premise related adapter connections, okay, you need to create an agent. Agent will come into picture. The cloud adapters will directly connect when you provide the authentication information, but if you want to be connect on-premise related adapters, it won't connect directly. Agent, see here, click on the agent. Agent will act as a agent will enable a communication channel between your voice application to your on-premise application. One of the example is our RTL application. I want to exchange the data between OIC to RTL, RTL to OIC, or RTL to OIC, OIC to Fusion, Fusion to OIC, again OIC to RTL. I want to be transfer the data or exchange the data. Fusion is our cloud adapter. Your RTL is on-premise adapter. It's not hosted in the cloud. So it won't directly connect. In order to connect the same, you need to create an agent. How will you create the agent? Agent will create by your DBAs. There is a package available, download connectivity agent. When you download this agent, it will download one of the zip file. The zip file contain configuration file. In the configuration file, you need to provide your voice application URL, username, and the password. Okay, that is looks like this. So here, when you download, the agent will be downloaded like this. You may open the .cfg configuration file, edit. You need to provide OIC URL like this, OIC URL, and your agent name, whichever you have created, and followed by OIC user and OIC password. You need to provide this information here. And you may share this configuration file to your DBAs. DBA will install this agent in their system. How they will install? See here, on-premise agent setup, there is a document I have created. So once this agent is created, then a data will be, the communication channel will be enabled, and with help of that, you may create the connection. The same here, click on the download, first create an agent and download the file, open the installer profile.cfg and use this Java commands so that agent will be created like this. Agent started successfully. Whenever agent is successfully created, your agent is in up here, create agent group, PL29 agent or R12 agent. Click on create. Now what you have to do, you need to provide your agent identifier name in that .cfg file, voice application URL, username, and the password. So by your DBS will follow the document and they will install the agent in their server, whichever server is required. If it is on-premise, they will install in DB server. So once it is successfully installed, your agent in a running status here, you may see 1 here. Instead of 0, you may see the 1, the running status. Once it is successfully running, now navigate to the connections, create a connection here. For example, I want to create Oracle or e-business suite. Click on the select L29 or 12 test connection. Click on the create. See here, you need to provide your R12 e-business suite application URL, username, the password, and enable the agent here, configure the agent. So if the agent is in running status, you may see the agent here and click on the use. The moment when you click on the test, you will get a succeed. Otherwise, it will fail. It won't connect your on-premise agent directly.
So this agent should we need to learn how to create, or it's a DBA responsibility? Or
DBA responsibility. That is, I am saying, you need to download, you need to create this document and download the agent and prepare the .cfg file and share to them. Okay, this document is available in our G drive.
G drive, which folder, sir? So,
In the OIC folder, you may find.
okay, okay.
So this is about connections and agents. Is it clear, team? Both, sorry, agents, adapters, and the connection. These three components clear? Any doubts?
Agents of DBA will upload the agent. After that, Vijay, I little bit confusion here only. After creation of agents,
We need to create a connection, right? For example, I'm trying to create
yes,
Oracle e-business suite connection. Okay.
yes,
Here, the on-premise connections will not connect directly. Okay. You need to configure the agent here.
okay. It
And
will
the,
show here after
yes,
uploading agent group.
whenever
It will
DBA
show.
successfully install the agent is running status in our OIC. Now, when you click on here, configure the agent you may see here, and they use the same.
Okay,
So that when you click on the test, it will connect.
okay.
Now, it's not possible to test from our end, since if you want to be use this R12 application within the OIC, they first you need to raise a service request with Oracle. Oracle will give you one patch in order to enable this agent related stuff into the R12 server. They'll give you one of the patch. Patch needs to be installed. After that, by using Oracle SOA gateway responsibility, whenever patch is successfully installed, you may see one of the standard responsibility, Oracle SOA gateway responsibility. So by using that responsibility, you may connect between your OIC and R12 system. Okay. So when you connect the same, you may get your business events information, whichever or this adapter provides the features, you may use that. Similarly, if you want to be connect the database, also R12 database, the same process. You need to enable the agent. One agent will be required in order to connect the application. Now, these are lookups. Lookups is nothing but, for example, okay, can I give you, okay. Lookups mostly we will use in order to maintain the static values, or runtime if you want to be change any values, mostly in order to avoid hard codes. While developing the integrations, sometimes we may use the hard codes. Okay, so mostly we will not hard code the values within the integrations. We will move that hard codes into the lookups. Okay, so everything will maintain the lookups. In future, if you want to be changed, simply will change the lookup. That's it. No need to update your integration. Still, if you maintain the hard codes within the integrations, in future, if I want to be change something, again, you need to work on the integration, right? So no need to update anything on the integration side. Whichever hard codes you want to be maintained, move all into the lookups. For example, I will give you the one example. If I connect to the FTP server, this is my FTP server, right? And this is my FTP folder. So in order to work with this FTP, you need to provide this folder name, TL28 is my folder name, right? And my file name convention is something manning star.csv. These files I want to be picked followed by this folder. If I want to be hardcode directly these folder name and followed by the file name pattern within the integration, it will work, no issues. In future, someone came and they will update. please change the directory from TL28 to TL29 and accept all the files star.csv instead of manning star. So again, you need to update the integration, right, team, in order to, hard code, change the hard codes.
Yes.
So what we'll do, these two information, whichever hard codes are there, these two, we will maintain within the lookups. Okay, these lookup values we will derive within the integration. Okay, that is how that is, we'll see later. These are packages. Packages is nothing but it's not a PL SQL package. It's a kind of briefcase. It's a kind of briefcase which referring your own integrations. Your own integration. For example, for a AP invoice integration, you are developing 5 integrations. For a AP invoice component, you are developing 5 integrations. The moment those 5 integrations, you can refer one package. For example, if you see here, there is a package name. This package is referring only one integration. The integration name is something concat messages. The way when you create a package AP invoices, and when you're developing an integration maps with this package. The way if you develop the 5 integrations are referring AP invoice package. Okay. When you click on the 5 here, you may see all the integrations here. Mostly it will use when you migrate the integrations from one instance to another instance. It would be very easy. Rather than one-to-one migration, we can migrate the bunch of integrations at a time for the migration. Okay, we'll see later again. So how to create the packages, we'll see later. These are libraries. Libraries nothing but the calculations, same as your formula columns. The RDFs, in the BIP reports, we have used formula columns, right? So libraries always support the JavaScript functions. JavaScript functions. If you want to be calculate any calculations, or if you want to be manipulate some data, for example, I am receiving some date format from the client, something slash /mmyy, but the client is expecting iPhone format, something different. The moment I will use the JavaScript function and change the format. Similarly, if you remember, when we are working with your GL journal file, I have shown, right? We have the period column, something date. By using date, we need to derive accounting period. If it is 30th October 2020, the accounting period is nothing but October 20, OCT-20. How to derive? By using JavaScript functions. These JavaScript functions will be available in a Google Drive, sorry, in your Google. Almost you may get your requirement. You will get a piece of code, whichever requirement it will come. Just do the minor enhancement, use the JavaScript function and upload the libraries so that this will be used while developing the integrations. Hope it's clear, team. These are the integration components.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, now navigate to the integrations. Click on the create. These are integration styles. We call the patterns. App-driven orchestration, schedule orchestration, file transfer. These 3 are very soon to deprecate. There is no usage. We will use only first 3. Among these 3, 95% will use scheduled orchestrations. 95%. Scheduled orchestration is nothing but every day I'm receiving the journals. The integration will be scheduled and it's automatically submitted for every 24 hours or whichever frequency you may set. This app-driven orchestration, nothing but real-time transaction. My source system is Siemens. Siemens created purchase order. Immediately, I want to create that purchase order in my Fusion application. The moment app-driven orchestration will come into picture, it is one-to-one transaction. Whereas schedule to process the bulk data. File transfer, especially in order to work with your FTP. Transfer the file, read the file, write the file, we'll use a file transfer. Again, this file transfer will not work as an independent. We'll use this file transfer within the schedule orchestration and the app-driven. You may see here, the same file transfer is available here. So mostly we'll use these two. And among these two, 95% will use schedule orchestration. Very rare scenarios will use app-driven orchestration. So part of the training, I will be cover more into schedule orchestration. At the last, I will show you two integrations, how we can develop the app-drivens. Okay. Now click on the schedule orchestration, click on the select. Before that, open one more in browser for the integration. These integrations and the connections. See here, I'm trying to open one of the connection whichever I have created, TL SAS 29 SAS test connection. Now this connection is depends on which adapter team?
To our test instance,
Which test instance?
cloud,
Cloud.
EBS.
EBBV.
It's a Oracle ERP Cloud Adapter Test Connection. Okay.
Yes.
Oracle ERP Cloud Adapter Test Connection. Now, when you create a connection, you will get an option, trigger and invoke. Connection type. Your connection type is trigger and invoke. See here. Again, I'm trying to open one more browser. Click on the create something rest. Click on the select something adapter. See here. Select what role this connection will play in the integrations, trigger and invoke. The connection role is trigger or invoke or trigger and invoke. We have, when you create a connection or when we have created 4 or 5 connections, right? Just now, among 3, I guess. We have used the trigger and invoke. See here, trigger and invoke by default. You may use the trigger or invoke. Trigger is mostly will use for inbound purpose. Invoke is outbound purpose. Okay. And when you use a trigger, connection role as a trigger, this connection, when you use a connection, when you're trying to create a connection by using only trigger, okay, this connection will be visible within the app-driven orchestration only. Okay. Similarly, when you create a connection followed by only invoke, this connection will be visible within the schedule orchestration. All the schedule orchestrations are pointing to invoke connections. All the app-driven orchestrations are pointing to trigger connections. When you create a connections, trigger and invoke, this connection would be available in the both orchestrations since we have created trigger and invoke. Is it clear, team?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, see schedule orchestration and then select. Provide your integration name, TL29 test integration. This is your integration name, integration identifier, executable name, executable short name like that. It cannot be duplicate. Okay, and it doesn't contain any spaces. This is your integration name. You may use integration name as a duplicate also, no issues, but identifier cannot be duplicate. It's a unique. So version 1.0 is a primary version and the package TL29 integrations. This is my package name. I want to be point. Okay. Now description, this is test integration. Click on the create. Now one of the integration is creating, which is schedule based orchestration. What happened? So this is my schedule-based orchestration. We have created one integration, which is a primary version. Now this integration is pointing to one of the package, right? TL29 integrations. Now navigate to the same one more browser and navigate to the packages and just try to refresh here. See here, one of the package gets created, if you remember. TL29, by default, the package will be created here. Now it is pointing to one of the integration. This is my integration. The way you may point out or you may refer n number of integrations against this package. Okay. So this is my schedule-based orchestration. As of now, it's a vertical layout here. If you want to be change the layout, change vertical to horizontal. Just save it. Whenever you create any integration, schedule-based orchestration, by default, you may see the two errors. The error would be counted to the errors information. You may see the right side here, errors palette. Click on this. There are one integration error, one is schedule error. There are two errors. So first we'll fix the schedule error. Right side, you may see the actions. Click on this and click on the tracking. You need to enable the tracking. Start time, drag and drop the tracking field and provide the tracking name TL29 first integration. So I will let you know the significance of this later. Okay, click on the save. So one error is gone. One more error is nothing but still we did not added any integration flow in between. So when you add any flow, you may go on this error. Okay. Now, first we'll see the user interface. What are the features are available here? As I said, the schedule orchestrations are refers which connection roles team. It's a trigger or invokes.
Invokes.
Here, this is the invoke section. Click on this. Here you may see adapter wise related connections. Now it is saying in this instance, by using FTP adapter, one connection got created. By using Oracle ERP Cloud adapter, one connection is created. By using SOAP adapter, one connection got created. These are invoke section. Similarly, for app driven, you may see triggers here and trigger related connections.
So this is nothing but we are pulling files from outside the SaaS and we are bringing into Oracle Cloud, right? Which means invoke.
No, cloud to outside.
Cloud to outside. Okay.
We'll see later. Okay. Come across, you may get that. As of now, it would be confused. Okay. These are actions. So actions, mostly these actions I will be correlate with your PL SQL components. Okay. Data, data, call, collection, general, and the end. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections are there. Data is nothing but assign. Assign in the data. First we have assign. This is nothing but your PL SQL variable. If you want to create any variables within the integration, you may use this assign. Okay. You may create n number of variables by using this assign. Always it will support one data type, which is a string. That's it. It won't support any other data types. It will support only string data type. Okay. The rest of we'll see later. Okay. And the stage file. Stage file is nothing but everyone knows the PL SQL cursor, right? Team. Cursor. What will do the cursor? Cursor will fetch the data and put the data into your temporary buffer and process the same. Whenever cursor will be closed, your session will be closed automatically. Am I right? The cursor.
Yes.
Yes.
Similarly, stage file also will work as same as your cursor, but there you are getting the data from a table, but you are getting the data from your XML file or JSON file or from your FTP server. In order to perform the file activities, it could be read the file, write the file, zip the file, unzip the file. If you want to be perform the file activities within the temporary session, we'll use the stage file. This stage file, for example, I want to write the data into one of the file. You may use the write operation by using stage file. Within the session, you may write the data. Whenever session will be closed, automatically temporary buffer also closed. And you may use that file within the integration wherever you want as a temporary. Okay. This is a call, we'll see later. Collection. So everyone familiar for each, right? This is for loop. Okay. This is switch. Switch is nothing but if and else. If and else and nested if and else. Switch is nothing but. This is while loop. Whenever condition is false, while loop gets terminated. Everyone clear, right? For each switch while. Take.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now the scope. So we'll keep aside scope. We'll see last. And the general logger. DBMS output dot put line. What it will do, team?
Print output.
Print a
without-
message, right?
Yes.
Similarly, in our integration, if you want to print a message for your tracking purpose, whichever you want, use the logger. Note, when you write a PL SQL package, we will add the comments, right? Comments. This is a comment. Okay, if you want to add a comment. If you want to send a notification, use the notification, wait. If you want to stop the integration for a certain seconds or hours or the minutes in between the flow, if you want to stop the integration, use the wait functionality. Okay, this is we'll see later. And rethrow fault, throw new fault, and the stop. Stop is nothing but the same here. When you create a schedule orchestration, by default, you may see the trigger and end. This trigger is nothing but scheduled. Based on the frequency, the integration will be submitted. And by default, it will be stopped, and in between any flow is there, it will perform. Still, if you want to stop the flow, any condition specific, you may use the stop functionality. When I am process of journal import file, if the duplicate file is found, I may verify if it is duplicate, I will stop the flow. I don't want to go for further flow. The way you may use the stop. Throw new fault is nothing but it's a user defined exception. Within the integration, if you want to raise and user defined exception in a PL SQL package, you may use a raise application error, right, team? If you want to raise and user defined exception. The same example here. If you want to raise a user defined exception, use the throw new fault and raise the exception wherever you want. Okay. Again, we'll see very in detail this throw new fault and the scope. Okay. We'll see the scope, how it works tomorrow. We'll write a PL SQL blocks and I will correlate with that block so that you can easily understand the scope. Okay. That's it for today. So for closing today, team, any doubts, any clarifications?
Vijay, some basic doubt. We are using web services, REST APIs, FTPs and all, right? So we can do everything from here only, right? Is there any difference?
What you will do here?
Web services, those also input and output only we are getting. Here also we can do, right? From the
However, if web source is working within the SOAP and the Postman, right? Same it will work here also. Same behavior. But whereas SOAP we are hard coded for one of the transaction, right?
Yes.
But here runtimely will map the value so that all the records will be processed record by record.
So this will be more efficient also.
Not the more efficient. This is the way only we will use to process the bulk data. Okay. That is for only one testing. Now you won't understand when you go for one of the web service integration, the moment you will understand. Okay.
Okay, Vijay. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, team. Have a nice day. We'll connect tomorrow same time. Bye-bye.